Hello and welcome to 5-Year Club video number 196. We're going back to our roots. Well, I just decided to do all the ones recently on the phone, so no screen capture this time. I'm just at my laptop, and I've got this ghetto screen capture. Anyhow, a friend sent me an interesting link, so we're going to go look at that first. It's an app that allows you to gamify looking at your finances, so it turns it into a game. It's called Fortune City. And here I got the website, Fortune City, track your spending, grow a city. And looks like this is available on Android and the Apple App Store. The most interesting finance app ever. Build a unique and beautiful city while doing your books. Mayor, welcome back. Fortune City is a game that combines accounting with city simulation. Just record your expenses and your city will flourish into a unique and beautiful place exclusively for you. Dinner $19.99, sushi $24.89, milk tea $1.99. So I haven't tried this yet, but I say over and over again, do anything. Do anything that will work for you. So if you see the Fortune City app and you're like, yeah, I would like to fart around with some weird game on my phone that looks at my finances, great. Like, even if you don't use this in the long run, it might start you on a path to paying more attention to what's going on, to learning more about your spending, to making changes that you want to make and being successful, and moving your financial horse forward. And let's read these last bullet points. Quick accounting, quick and easy accounting, so you can easily track your expenses with simple actions. The game integration just keeps things fun. Easy analysis, carefully designed charts show your books at a glance, so you have a clear understanding of your personal finances and spending. Automatic sync. Once you logged in the Fortune City system, that seems to be, so once you are logged in, it's kind of careless attention to detail there. Once you logged in the Fortune City system, the 24/7 running server will help you to secure all the data. Okay, a little awkward. Creating the prosperity. Alright. I'm suspecting that this is from Asia. Growing your city and making your citizens happier. That's not even a complete sentence. Alright, so fair enough. The grammar of this app deteriorates in their marketing material, but it's got a lot of, yeah, there we go. English or a bunch of Asian languages. Who likes doing financial books? Asian countries, that's right. For desire. Alright, anyhow, can't vouch for anything about this app, but yeah, it's an interesting concept, and one of my friends mentioned it before, that's why she sent it to me. She said, like, remember that thing I thought of? Somebody already did it. So anyhow, I might check this out myself, and I'll clue you in. I want to look up a few reviews first, because I'm a little bit leery of sending my financial information to someone with improper grammar. Although there are common libraries to keep these bank transactions secure, so if they're using some of the common library code, then I think it's probably safe, but I want to look into it more. Anyhow, back to the main point of today's video, which is to discuss some points about savings rate. And I've definitely discussed savings rate before, but it never hurts to review, and it never hurts specifically to take something that might have been buried in like minute 17 of a different video and bring it out as one of the main topics of a newer video in case you didn't catch it before. Your savings rate is the number one thing that's necessary to hit financial independence. Your savings rate will determine how quickly you reach financial independence, assuming that your spending is constant. Alright, so that's assuming that you spend the same in financial independence as you spent on the way to financial independence, which is a good bet because people are bad at changing their behavior around spending. That's why so many people need the 5-Year Club, because they need me to tell them every single day, you got to be working on this stuff, come on. This ship's not going to move itself. And what you will frequently hear in the personal finance world is it doesn't matter what you make, it matters what you keep. And there are many stories, for example, of doctors who are very highly educated, super intelligent people, work extremely hard, make $300,000 a year, spend $280,000 a year, and they can't retire. Even though they have worked so hard and they've done all of these incredibly difficult things, their savings rate was too low. Because so now you have a situation when the doctor goes to retire where they're trying to maintain a home that might cost $1 million, and they've only been saving $20,000 a year, and they may only have like $600,000 to their name, which is a lot if your expenses are only $2,000. But if you have $1 million home, your expenses every month are not only $2,000; they could be closer to $6,000, and so it's not going to work out. So that's something to memorize and keep in your mind. It does not matter what you make; it matters what you keep. Second point I want to make is that it doesn't really matter that much how you hit your savings rate. All right, it matters a little, right? Like obviously, if you're hitting your savings rate by substituting, I don't know, if you just like, if you're not doing basically good things, like you're saving 50% of your income, but you're also drinking so much you're an alcoholic. Like, yes, it matters how you spend money in the sense that you need to spend money on, getting the basic things you need, healthy food, exercise, clothing that keeps you warm, things like that. But, whether you have some fun money and you spend it on one bottle of champagne or feeding a bunch of hungry puppies doesn't matter so much in the long run. In the long run, your savings rate, not the character of your spending, that's going to make the biggest difference. So you get to design and engineer how you achieve that savings rate. You can choose to have a bike instead of a car, and you're the weird bike guy or girl. Or you can choose, to live in a one-bedroom condo with 3 other people and have bunk beds, and you're still like 33. And yeah, it's a little bit different, but if you know that by doing that you can achieve an amazing outcome when you're 38 or 39 or 40 compared to the other people, or for that matter, if you're starting this at 22, if you can get that amazing outcome by age 29 or 30, then it's something to consider. You can choose to go on no vacations in your 20s and then go on vacations all the time for the rest of your life in your 30s if you arrange things properly. That's the power of the savings rate. That's the power of compounding interest. You get to pick how you're going to be weird so that you have a weirdly amazing outcome. And that's pretty cool. So the savings rate, yeah, that matters a lot. It needs to be high if you want a better outcome. But how you achieve it, how you get to those magic numbers, doesn't matter so much. The math doesn't care. All the math really cares about is that you have 25 times your annual spending invested in index funds, and then you've hit financial independence. And the final thing, because I decided to go with a group of 3, keep this video relatively brief, is that savings rates are addictive. I can say with full confidence that once you achieve a high savings rate or a higher savings rate, especially when you get into the kind of weird zone, I'd say that's above 25% is more than the vast majority of people in the US do. It is so much easier for the following years to achieve and maintain those high savings rates. Because once you get a 50% savings rate or a 40% or a 25% or whatever, you've already grown the work skills to make that income. You've already cut all the expenses to achieve that savings rate, and they've been cut for a year, and you've been able to find alternative ways to keep yourself happy. And that just means that it's easier to go from 50 to 60 than it was to go from 40 to 50. So yeah, like I guess I wanted to say there's treasure at the end of the savings rainbow. It sounds daunting in the beginning, but you got to realize it's only daunting for, obviously it depends on the situation, but most people can reduce their costs, I would say, within 6 months or a year. You can dramatically reduce your costs usually. Obviously, the income side of the equation is a little bit different, but there are many people who can renegotiate a salary, or just like you would renegotiate a cable bill, or just make some progress in that direction, because the fact of the matter is most people do not spend much time thinking about that part of their lives. They don't spend much time thinking about new job skills they're going to get, and so there's usually some low-hanging fruit when they look into that area to improve it. So that is it, guys, for 5 Year Club video number 196. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope This will make you think a little bit about your own savings rate. How could you bump it up by 5% this month? How could you bump it up another 10% this month? What would you have to do? Do you have a bill that's hanging around that you need to get rid of? Is there a plane ticket that you need to buy earlier so that you don't pay as much money for that um, winter trip home, or whatever it is? Okie doke. Have a fabulous evening.